Imagine losing everything, facing setback after setback with no end in sight. You're broke, your spirit is battered, and the world seems to have given up on you. But here's where the story takes a turn. Just when defeat seems inevitable, something awakens, a fierce, unbreakable drive. In this video, we're diving into the journey of those who were left with nothing but found the strength to rise against all odds. Discover the key moments, the mindsets, and the relentless determination that took them from the brink of collapse to an unstoppable force. Because sometimes it's when you're at your lowest that you find the power to be truly unstoppable. Welcome. This is the Roots to Riches channel, where the journey of success unfolds. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications so you never miss out on incredible stories about how the biggest companies in the world began, their toughest challenges, and the inspiring road they took to greatness. Plus, we'll be sharing life-changing tips along the way. Your support is key to growing this channel. Please share these stories with your friends, family, and anyone looking for inspiration. Thanks for being part of the journey. Let's begin. What if I told you that one of the greatest teams in the NHL almost disappeared, twice? The Pittsburgh Penguins' journey isn't just about goals and championships. It's a story of resilience, loyalty, and the people who saved them. Hang around until the end, because this story has a powerful lesson about persistence that we can all relate to. The Pittsburgh Penguins were founded in 1967 during the NHL's major expansion, joining the second six alongside 5 other new teams. But starting out wasn't glamorous. They played in the Civic Arena, a building known for being so poorly ventilated that players could see their own breath on foggy ice. Despite their rough setup, they managed to gain a small but passionate fan base. But as time passed, issues emerged, and by the 1970s, the Penguins were already drowning in financial struggles. Let's pause here for a question. Have you ever faced a challenge that seemed insurmountable? That's exactly what the Penguins faced when, in the 1970s, financial trouble started looming, and they almost lost their home. By 1983, the Penguins were nearly bankrupt and in jeopardy of folding or relocating. The team had fallen into massive debt, players weren't getting paid, and management scrambled to find a way to save the franchise. It looked like Pittsburgh would lose its team forever. Ever felt like the odds are stacked so high against you that it seems impossible to overcome? That's exactly where the Penguins were in the 80s. And like many of us, they felt lost. But in the darkest times, someone unexpected stepped up. In 1984, they drafted Mario Lemieux, a young, extraordinary talent who would become the face of the franchise and, later, its savior. From the start, Lemieux turned heads and brought back hope to a struggling team. But beyond the victories on the ice, he faced challenges off the rink that would ultimately lead him to rescue the Penguins. During the 1990s, the Penguins found success, winning 2 Stanley Cups. But health issues forced Lemieux to retire, and without his presence, the team fell back into financial disarray. The Penguins filed for bankruptcy again in 1998. The very existence of the franchise was hanging by a thread. And just think about this. Lemieux was owed millions in unpaid salary by the Penguins. Picture this phone call. "Hey Mario, you know that giant paycheck we can't pay you? How about you use that to buy the team instead?" That's exactly what he did. Lemieux converted his unpaid salary into equity, effectively buying the team he once led as a player. Imagine being the boss of your former teammates. It was like a second chance at life for the Penguins, but there was still work to be done to make the franchise profitable. Even with Lemieux at the helm, the Penguins' troubles weren't over. The Civic Arena was crumbling, and without a modern facility, the Penguins couldn't sustain a future in Pittsburgh. Rumors of relocation emerged. Some said Kansas City, others suggested Las Vegas. But one thing was clear. Without a new arena, the Penguins were as good as gone. Ever felt like you're working so hard, but it's still not enough? That's where the Penguins were. They'd saved the team from bankruptcy, only to face yet another impossible hurdle. But just when things looked bleak, another miracle happened. In 2005, after a tough season, the Penguins won the draft lottery, giving them the chance to select a generational talent, Sidney Crosby. His arrival brought renewed energy, and he, alongside stars like Evgeny Malkin and Marc-Andre Fleury, ushered in a new era. Crosby's presence not only boosted fan support, but also attracted the city's backing for a new arena, keeping the team grounded in Pittsburgh. With Crosby as their poster child and with citywide support, the Penguins secured the funding for the PPG Paints Arena, ensuring their long-term stability. This was more than just a building. It was the foundation of a new legacy for the Penguins in Pittsburgh. After years of hardship, the Penguins finally found consistent success, winning 3 more Stanley Cups in 2009, 2016, and 2017. These weren't just championships, they were affirmations that every hurdle, every bankruptcy, every crisis had been worth it. The Penguins weren't just survivors, they were champions. Like the Penguins, many of us face trials that feel like they're pushing us to our breaking point. But remember, it's often in these moments that our strength is forged. Whether it's in business, relationships, or life, challenges pave the way for greatness if we persevere. What's the takeaway? The Pittsburgh Penguins show us that no matter how dark the path, resilience and belief can keep us moving forward. Sometimes our lowest moments lead to our greatest achievements. So, next time you feel like giving up, remember this. The Penguins didn't just survive, they thrived. And maybe so can you. Thanks for tuning in and being part of our journey. If you're loving this content, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe to stay connected. Ring the bell so you're the first to know when new stories drop, because trust me, the best is just around the corner. And hey, don't leave just yet. Check out the videos on the side. You won't want to miss what's next. Let's keep growing together.